Sound for Lover, my name is Nele. I study a health and arts conjoint at the University of Auckland.
Hi, I'm Lucy. I study a Bachelor of Science majoring in Ecology and Environmental Science at the University of Auckland.
I really enjoyed my time in Bangkok. It was my first time in Asia and I was really happy that I got to have a lot of cultural as well as local experiences with many different people.
I feel really positively about my experience in Bangkok. I think the people made it the experience it was, so the girls I went with and Shrey and Junior. I'd say colourful, rich and growth.
If I had to sum up my time in Bangkok in one word, it would be a blessing. Yes, I think when I think about sustainability, I always think about it from an Indigenous community, but a lot of our spaces we can practice our sustainability practices in our areas, but what does it look like in somewhere that has capitalism? That's a lot more of an urban setting, so I think it was really cool to see sustainability in a new context.
This program definitely shifted how I think about sustainability. There was a large emphasis on small-scale initiatives and kind of the passing of knowledge. So Dairy Home and Bangkok Rooftop Farming knew they couldn't kind of expand on a larger scale, so it was more passing of knowledge so other people could do the same work they're doing.
I think the rooftop farming was probably the one that had it in mind the most, because I think there's a lot of communities that can really benefit from it, especially because a lot of our state homes are becoming apartment complexes, so it would be really cool to start integrating rooftop farms in those communities.
I think kind of the whole experience made me think about how sustainability is done differently at home compared to Bangkok. A lot of it kind of the challenges and the inequities around sustainability and the implementation of that.
I think the part of the program that made the most impact on me was definitely visiting ancient city as well as the Grand Royal Palace. I think there's not really architecture like that in Samoa or in New Zealand, so I think just being in a cultural space and seeing how much bigger the world is and how much of the world there is to see was really cool and changed so much of my perspective.
I think the community engagement aspects of the experience had a big impact on me, so the meal prep and handout and Bamboo Mangrove Forest, the rubbish cleanup there, kind of just seeing the highs and the lows of the city was kind of eye-opening, and yeah, was definitely something to think about and had an impact.
I think my favorite experience was when we were packing the food and giving them to the homeless. I think it's really nice to come to Thailand, but then seeing the lived realities of some of the more vulnerable and marginalized communities in Thailand was probably a highlight, because I think that was very eye-opening for me.
I think my favourite cultural activity experience was trying all the food and having Junior and Shreya pick out meals that we probably wouldn't have picked out ourselves and trying that.
They helped in every single way, pastoral, mental health support, and just being friends on the trip that made it comfortable and meant we could do everything we needed to do and had everything prepared for us, but not taking away from the experience and making us need to be serious, but just be ourselves throughout the trip.
The one thing I'm going to take back with me is the friendships and connections I've made. I hope all the girls will stay in contact.
My advice to future participants is to be very open-minded. There is so much to see in Thailand, especially in Bangkok. Not even leaving Bangkok, there was so much to do here.
Advice I'll give to future participants is to not come into the experience with any expectations and be prepared to be out of your comfort zone, but embrace it.